Hello. Today we're going to discuss the upgrade process for upgrading to the eDiscovery platform version 10.0. There are some aspects of this that you need to be very aware of due to the fact that some functionality is changing in the product and it will directly impact your ability to do certain functions. Prior to upgrading from the eDiscovery platform version 9.5, 9.5.1 to version 10, you will need to lock any folders that you wish to retain the work product in with regards to imaging. So all your production folders should be locked prior to upgrading. If you do not lock these folders, when you do the upgrade, the folders will be locked and unmodifiable. Therefore, you cannot make changes to your base numbering, your slip sheeting, or any other settings like that that are applied to your imaging folders under productions. So if you wish to retain that information and be able to use it, you must lock the folder first, because an unlocked folder after upgrade cannot be locked after the upgrade process or after the upgrade to eDiscovery platform version 10.0 or higher. It must be locked prior to that. If you have settings on those production folders and you upgrade without locking, you cannot leverage that information anymore. You will have to create a new folder, move your data across, and reset it up again from scratch. So let's go in and discuss and look through the process of upgrading a case. So to upgrade a case, first of all, you need to go into the eDiscovery platform, go to System. From System, you choose Support Features, and under Support Features, you choose the option to use Imaging Tool Upgrade. Now, once you go into here, you have three options available to you. You have the option to analyze disk space, submit an upgrade job, or cancel a previously submitted upgrade job. So the Analyze Disk Space, we highly recommend that each customer would run the Analyze Disk Space, because the result of running Analyze Disk Space tells you how much space you need to do the upgrade, because we are recreating all the cache for these items in each case. First, run Analyze Disk Space, and when you run Analyze Disk Space, you will get a result. Now, to update the screen after you run the job, you select Analyze Disk Space, you select the job you want to run, and you hit Submit. To get the screen to update, you click on Refresh to force an update here. Anything with a not started status means that it has yet to be updated. When you run the Analyze Disk Space against that case, it will tell you how much disk space you need to upgrade that case. If you select multiple items to do the Analyze Disk Space, each one will update and provide a separate counter for each. You can also download all upgrade reports. The upgrade report is only for items that have successfully completed the upgrade. Your next step is to ensure that you have sufficient disk space to perform the upgrade. We would recommend you do them in smaller batches, not to try and upgrade all cases at once, even though if you do select multiple cases or all cases, the eDiscovery platform will schedule each of the other cases to happen in sequence, but will start one at a time and will upgrade each case individually and then move on to the next. You do have the option of scheduling an upgrade. So as an example, I wish to run an upgrade of a case starting on Friday night and running through until Sunday. That can be done by selecting the option to schedule the case upgrade. You select the Submit Case for Upgrade. You select the case you want to upgrade. You can then select the schedule for that case, and let's say you pick on the Friday evening at 6 p.m. So you're starting the upgrade at 6 p.m. on a Friday evening. You can also enable the option to pause or resume a job. Pausing or resuming an upgrade job if you enable this tick box here, it allows you to set a pause start time and a pause resume time. So the pause start time is the time that the upgrade job will actually stop temporarily. It will pause the upgrade job to free up system resources for end users that are using the system during the day. And then the resume time is when the job for the upgrade of that case will resume, let's say at the end of the day at 6 p.m. in the afternoon. So you could pause a job at 7 a.m. and then resume at 6 p.m. in the evening. And only between the hours of 6 p.m. in the evening and 7 in the morning will upgrade jobs run. If a job is running and you wish to stop the upgrade job, you can select the upgrade job because it will say in process here. You can select the upgrade job, go here, select cancel previous submitted upgrade job, and then hit submit, and that will actually cancel the job. Cancelling a job does not erase all of the work that has been done to date. So if a job was submitted and it's been running for 2 hours and you want to pause or cancel that job, you can do so. When the job upgrade is submitted the next time, it only continues on from where it last left off. It does not wipe out the data that it has already completed the upgrade on. There's a few things you need to be aware of. Once you submit the job, it does use up disk space. These jobs, when they're run and each one is completed, a report is generated. This report per job can be opened once the job is successful, and inside you will notice there are 3 lines for each case. Each line represents redacted items, redacted cache, because we need to do a cache of items that have redacted. We also need to do a perm cache. The perm cache is a cache copy of the item in PDF format unredacted. And then we also have to do a PDF copy of non-redacted items. So we have to create 3 copies of each item in PDF cache format or TIFF cache format. So you will notice there's going to be 3 for each of these. So you have folder 1 locked. These 3 here are part 1 case, and these are the 3 results for the conversion type. Then how many items were submitted, how many succeeded, and how many created an error. If you wish to see the status of a case while it's ongoing, you can click on this folder and it will open up the status of that case. So it will show you the job is starting, and it'll show you what's happening here. It'll bring you down through the process. You can see the number of items that are being retried, if any of them have been retried, how many submitted, succeed, errored out, and so on. So this gives you an overview of the percentage complete of a job as it's happening. As I said earlier, it is important that you lock your folders prior to your production folders prior to upgrading a case. So let me show you quickly what I mean by your production folders. I'm going to select a case, and on our case we go to analysis and review, and from here we go to folders, and under folders we'll have our productions folder. So any subfolder under productions will need to be locked. Now in this situation you see these are highlighted here as red because the system has already been upgraded to version 10. Once you upgrade, the folders become read only. So you cannot add content to these folders, you cannot modify any of the settings for these folders, you cannot lock or unlock these folders. They are set as read only mode. Any folder that was locked, its contents will be cached and brought into the new version 10. Any folder that is unlocked, its work product will not be carried across. Therefore, any settings you have set on the folder, when you go to your folder and you go to edit your settings, any settings you set in here whatsoever, these will all be uneditable. You cannot make changes to them. Changes will not apply. So these are going to be fixed. They cannot be changed. There's no way to modify them. So please lock your folders prior to doing the upgrade from version 9.5 or 9.5.1 to version 10, because once you go to version 10, any settings you've put in there will not be able to be modified from that point forward. what you will have to do is, if anything does happen, and if you let's say you forget a case, you will have to go in and create a new production folder in version 10 after upgrading your case, move your data out of the unlocked folder into the new folder created in version 10, apply your settings and so on there, and then lock that folder, or then add more content to it if you wish to. So now that you have your content and your content has been upgraded, cache will already be there, production data will work. So let's go to back to your analysis and review. Let's bring up our data set. So we go to Actions, Export. You will notice because this case has not been updated or upgraded, production is not available until the imaging tool upgrade has been completed for this case. You can actually do a metadata, you can do native only, you can work on your logs, but you cannot do a production because this case has not yet been upgraded. Once you run the upgrade, which I showed you a moment ago, then the production feature becomes available so you can actually produce out your content. Prior to doing the upgrade of the case, once you upgrade your environment to version 10, you need to upgrade the case, otherwise productions will not function. Thank you.